Welcome to the latest episode of Platform. Today, we're going to be speaking to Brian Weis. I've been a massive fan of Brian Weiss's skating for years, ever since he was on SSM. We actually paid for him to go out to Texas to film a section with Ant Medina for our briefly lived Wheel Scene Select, and he delivered tenfold. His section was just absolutely amazing, and yeah, so proud of the work those guys put in. Since then, he's had a VOD section with Vibrolux. He has kind of changed sponsors a couple of times. He was on Razors, and then he was skating the Valo Vibrolux VX skate for a little while, and now he's back on Razors. It's been a couple of years since he's had a section out, and obviously with coronavirus and everything, it's been difficult for any skater to be that productive in 2020. He reached out to me at the start of the year saying that he was keen to come to Europe to film a section and was wondering if we could work together on something. But obviously life had other plans. So just wanted to catch up with him, find out what he's been up to, and see if he's got anything in the works. Before we do that though, cue the music.
The platform. The platform. The platform. The platform.
What's up, brother?
That's a very angelic looking backdrop you've got there.
You see this seat I'm in too. Got this purple, this little throne going on.
I hope that's always there, and this isn't just for me, because otherwise I'm going to feel like you're trying to seduce me, and that's that's going to make me very uncomfortable.
Oh, this is always here, dude.
Right? Okay.
Is it okay if I don't have headphones in, or is it like it's pretty quiet around here?
Yeah,
Okay?
I don't think it's echoing too bad. No, it's okay.
Cool.
Why?
Awesome.
What's wrong with the headphones?
It's kind of like that same thing. I feel like wearing a helmet a little bit, where it just feels constricting. I think
Right,
just kind of feels like I don't know. Just rather have nothing on there,
I don't have the luxury of the long locks, so it makes
you
no difference to me.
Baby.
Right. How you doing? How's life in Michigan? It's got to be getting cold there now, because it is horrible in Scotland.
Dude, we've been lucking out, man. We actually built we have a little right near my house. The skateboarders put together a little DIY.
Okay.
And Al Dolega, myself, and a bunch of others have been going over there. He's been kind of building a bunch of spots over there. And we had put in this rail recently, and yeah, man, it was 60s, and so we were skating and had the lights out at night and doing all that. So we've been lucking out, man. But it's last few days been getting cold. So
is that the railbox thing? I've seen that, like the weird shape.
Yeah,
it's got like a V in the middle of it. Yeah.
Yep.
That looks like it's going to break people off.
We're gonna skate it on Thursday. See what it's all about.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That looks misleadingly dangerous. It looks like one of those things that you're like, oh, this is going to be fun, and then you mess up, and you're
we were like,
ooh.
This could go either way. Definitely could go either way.
He's been putting a lot of work into DIY stuff over the past couple of years. I feel like every time I check my Instagram, he's got some kind of new obstacle in the works, because they had the old plot before. They had, what was it called, the wig or the twig?
The wig, yeah.
The wig, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the same type of land. Like was a city park, like a recreation center, and so is the wig. And they had sold the land, and where the wig was kind of, pretty. It was like near downtown, so it's it was bound to get developed. Where this one's at is kind of really, I don't see anything happen to it, in the near future. So. Yeah, Al's been getting over there, and he built a bunch of stuff at the wig, but now this place, should be there for a little while longer. And yeah, he's been going over there, and I don't know if you saw the two quarters with like the rail in the center of it. I don't know if you saw that.
With the death gap. Yeah, I saw the death gap. Yeah. I hate stuff like that.
Yeah. Not for me. That's from Al's brain wanting to see somebody do something crazy, but
no,
not for your boy.
Who was it? I think was it, what's that guy's name? I can never remember his name. Was it Zach Savage? I'm sure I've seen someone hitting it.
Yeah, Luke Naylor and Zach
Luke as
Savage.
well.
Yeah, both of them just, obviously manhandled that in like a session.
Yeah. Yeah, it's another thing that just terrifies the hell out of me. All right. Um, so it looks like from Instagram, it looks like you guys have been managing to get out skating a bit, because I've seen some clips here and there of like you and Luke skating street and filming each other.
Yeah, we kind of got a little crew going. I work freelance, so I'm free a lot, you know. I skate a lot, and just with everybody getting older, I've kind of been skating with them a lot more because they're a little bit younger and kind of raring to go. We're actually about to drop. We worked on a little video all summer, so we're gonna be dropping that here pretty soon. Probably Thanksgiving time or a little bit before. Um, we'll drop that, and then yeah, we kind of go out and just try to have fun, film each other, skate around, do the whole thing. But it's been good skating with them, and I'm getting a little bit older, so it's good to have those young guns in there to keep me motivated a little bit.
You basically just touched on a heap of things I wanted to ask you about. Because first off, I was terrified that I was going to call you, and then you're like, "Yeah, I'm not doing anything. I'm not working on anything. Nothing's coming out." And I was going to be like, "Oh shit. Okay,
Yeah,
right, cool."
I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you the truth. I have had a weird thing lately with just like the social media and kind of like I don't know what it does, man. I just don't like it. I just don't really like talking about myself or posting a clip. It just feels like it, and this is not for everyone, it's just for me. It just feels like it kind of comes from an unnatural place. I start to feel like I'm doing something for something else instead of just what I want to be doing.
Yeah.
And then, a lot of stuff that I was involved in with skating over the past few years is kind of, I wouldn't say disappeared. I don't know the right word, deteriorate maybe, but, just it's kind of me, Don's, not skating too much now. It just kind of died down. A lot of the stuff I was working on, people I was filming with, projects I was going to work on. So it's been a little bit like, to be honest with you, other than filming with the homies here, I don't really, COVID obviously came around too, but I don't really have anything that I was working on, which is kind of weird for me because that's a lot of what I do, is film and do whatever. But yeah, a lot of friends weren't working on anything and just kind of, so I'm happy that those guys are around and I have something to, to be working on or to be, people to be skating with.
That was something I'd noticed. Don doesn't seem, is he still skating? Because I haven't seen a clip
Yeah,
of
we
him.
actually went out, I'm bad with time, maybe a few weeks ago. I don't want to spread his news all over, but he just had a baby boy. So
Is he just
second
trying to start
one.
like a five-a-side football
Yeah,
team
he's
over there?
dad. He's doing his dad thing and he's busy and he's happy. Man. Yeah, so
Right,
not too
okay.
much skating coming from that guy. But yeah, we get out in session here and there for sure.
So you mentioned that, you're obviously skating with Luke, and who else is in the crew there? Is China still skating regularly, or what's going on there?
She's had been having some knee problems.
Right, yeah, I'd heard
She's
about
been
that,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of a bummer for her. But yeah, she's been out with the knee thing. But it's usually me, Luke, Coda Halt. I don't know if you've seen anything from Coda.
Yeah.
Um, him, and then we link up here and there with Matt Oz and Ed Gilly and and little Zach Savage.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of with those dudes. That's kind of the main crew usually that we get together with. Kind of
And
everybody that's skating right now on a regular basis.
that's still a decent sized group of people.
Yeah.
Like, there's bigger cities that have got smaller groups than that. So
Mhm.
so you said you guys have finished a video, or you're like,
Yeah,
what's
I don't even know what to call it. We just kind of did, like, for me, it was just really fun this summer to go back and just not have any plan, just kind of go attack spots, just go skate and go, let's check out this place. Let's get out on our skates and go skate around and see what, just, kind of wiping away kind of what skating was, like tricks and these things. We just kind of were like, let's just go and kind of be a little bit free and loose with it and just go have fun. And so we kind of stacked a bunch of stuff, but I was putting it together, and it might be like maybe 6 minutes, 7 minutes, maybe, 5. So I don't know if we want to call it a video or an edit or something, but we're just kind of put together something nice from what we filmed all summer.
okay?
So it should be pretty cool. Excited about it.
At least it's something for people to look forward to. You
Yeah,
mentioned that you've kind of got, you used the word deteriorating, like projects. So obviously you were on SSM, and then that faded away, which that must have been a weird experience to be part of, to be part like, or be sponsored by a company and going to things like Woodward Week and stuff like that, and knowing so many
Oh,
people on the team, and then just to see it kind of essentially disappear overnight. That must have been really weird.
it left a big hole, man. I still think it's there, you know.
Well, it basically
I don't
ended.
necessarily think it's like Shima, you know, specifically that thing, but it left a big hole, man, for a lot of us, you know. And I, you know, like I said, even now, yeah, they're just kind of not a space for us to go. You know, that was like our part in skating, I think, and we were all a part of it. And yeah, it was yeah, that was kind of a huge blow for me. But and then I kind of started working with AJ, you know, like a little bit after that. Like I did the Razors thing for a little bit, and then I don't know. There's just something about working closely with someone who's a skater, and it's, you know, and they're in it with you, you know, and doing it. And there's just something about that's, you know, kind of where my head goes when I want to work with someone and like-minded people or whatever. But yeah, that was kind of, I don't want to say like I don't know how to say it, not like a down, you know, like it went downhill after that for me. I don't want to say it like that, but it just, that was kind of like, dang, you know, like that was supposed to be our part in skating and ours, and we are supposed to kind of build something, and almost like what John has now, you know, and like just, that was kind of like, yeah, the other part of that for us. And that kind of just, like you said, boom, gone. And then we were like, shoot. And then everybody kind of went their separate ways a little bit after that, you know, and I don't blame a lot of people for, you know, it's like, it's really hard to put your heart and soul into something, and then it goes away, and you kind of got to regroup and see if you still love what you're doing, or if, you know, what all that kind of stuff goes into it, you know.
Yeah, I interviewed James Bauer a couple of months ago, and he mentioned it, and he was like, "I've never seen a company basically retire so many careers and like when it died." And I was like, "I've never actually thought about it before like that." And he was like, "Because Montre had
Yeah.
already left, but the guys
Yeah.
that were remaining, as soon as SSM like went, they just disappeared. Like John Bellino,
See,
Joey
that's what I'm
Chase."
saying. And it's like, not even like, yeah, it's because that was like not our identity. Like I said, I'm having trouble like finding the right words for some of this stuff, but it's like, that was, yeah, that was like ours. And it's like, where do you go? Like everything else kind of seemed like, you know, second, third, fifth choice, you know, type of shit. Like it just, yeah, it just didn't feel like it was ours. You know, that just felt, we were all in it together. We were all buds, and you know, that part of it is really hard to like try to recreate, you know, with some, you know, it's just really hard to do that again, you know.
Well, it was one of those teams that a lot of brands now have teams, and it just seems like a kind of disjointed group of individuals that don't really have anything in common apart from being good at skating. But with SSM, it did feel like it was like a unit, because you knew that some of those people were friends with each other. They toured with each other. They like filmed videos independently of working with the brand. So it kind of felt like they would socialize with each other even if the brand didn't exist. Whereas that
Yeah.
it doesn't always feel that way with other skate brands.
No, if it, and you know, it's just real. It's just like the same reason why John's, you know, and them is what it is. It's for real. It's, those guys are hanging out. Like they love, like that is all coming from a real place. And people just recognize that, you know, and we had that for Shima, you know, I mean, we weren't, that team and all that stuff was put together because we all were on the same page and all wanted to be doing that together. Like you said, it wasn't just, oh, this person's good, or this person's doing this. And it wasn't just plucked out of nowhere, you know? Yeah. So yeah, really big blow for sure. Really big blow.
So then after that, you got on Razors. We ended up flying you out to Texas to film with Ant. But then you got on Street Artist and you made that amazing split part with Don. But then it seemed like your bad luck kicked in again, because just as soon as that started going, like Street died.
Yeah. So, well, we had that going, and then that went down, and then we were going to do, you know, and then it was, you know, I got on Razors after that. So that was kind of overlapping a little bit, because I think it was Street overlapped a little bit with Shima. And then Yep, that died. And then Razors came around. And I was doing that for a little bit. And then, yeah, kind of got to a point with that where, like you said, I just felt a little bit disconnected, or I just did at least, like it didn't, just felt like I was getting skates, and I just really want to work on something. I want to be a part of something. I want to be talking to someone. I'm a pretty passionate person. I mean, I'm 33. I've been skating nonstop since, I can remember. It's like, I want to be working with people like that, or at least that, want me to be a part of it in that same, fashion. Yeah. And that's when, AJ just asked me to go to Spain. And then they were making those Valo skates, and I was like, kind of made the decision. I was kind of bummed to do it because I love Razors and I love Jeff, and I love those guys up there. Obviously, I'm skating for them now and really love our relationship. But at the time, I was just kind of, I guess, searching for a little bit of that Shima kind of thing and what I was working with, and AJ was doing the skates, and I was like, all right, let's do this, And then, as we all know, the other blow came when John was like, hey, we're doing them and no more Valo. And so, I was in Spain. I'm pretty sure I woke up and I heard AJ talking to John about it. And I was like, what's all that about? And so that was kind of the second blow to me where I was like, dang. And then that was Vibrolux kind of taking that a little bit too,
Yeah, I'm still struggling to understand that, because I get why John obviously started them. He wasn't happy with the relationship with Roses. He wanted to take better care of his riders and have something he owned. But obviously skates go into production months, sometimes over a year before they're even released. So it just felt like AJ gets screwed over in that whole situation, because he instantly had a pair of skates that as soon as they went on sale, they were out of date, because basically as soon as they became available on the market, the brand was dead. Like Valo was gone. So it's like you're selling old goods. And then all the people that were loyal to that brand, like Valo, are going to start buying them because they're going to stick with John, because that's the kind of following that he creates. And that's great. But then you kind of think, well, where does it leave AJ? And then you saw that with
I wonder, I don't know any of the specifics about any of that. And both great dudes. I just think it could go either way in my head. It's like, I agree with you that it's like, I mean, you kind of should have known. It's a little bit of a weird place to leave AJ in. And especially when AJ was starting to go down the route of like collaborating, making products with other companies. And then, you never know when you're in John's position. You got to kind of keep things quiet for a while. And then you never know what kind of opportunity he might get to, have to jump on something that's going to benefit, the long run of what he has now, and
definitely. Yeah. And he didn't know it was going to work out.
You got to make the hard choice, and that's, I think, I bet you, that's probably what happened, and John's a good businessman. So, I mean, you got to sometimes make those decisions. And I feel like that's probably what happened in the background. I'm sure he kind of had to do it when he had to do it, and didn't work out cleanly, I guess. But kind of, that was the other thing. Left AJ a little bit in a bad spot.
Well, yeah, because the skates went from retailing at whatever they were, like almost $200 to a point. He was pretty much giving them away by the end for like $100, and that's just, that's a horrible thing to see. Especially,
and it was an awesome skate. I love that skate, man.
Oh yeah, it was. I had a pair of them, so yeah. That must have been weird though, if you got the call because it was you, Alex, and AJ all in Barcelona at the time, wasn't it? That must have created a weird atmosphere when you were away, because you were like, oh, okay. Very uncertain now.
We were, not so. I mean, for sure there was something there, but we were kind of just like, I think that they knew about, like, I think they knew about, Alex and AJ, I think knew about them. I didn't think that they knew that was going to happen when it did.
As in like, but
I think that they knew that, I think, so, and then we were kind of all we had our projects in mind and like what we were doing in mind out there. We were having a blast. So we were kind of, I guess, in like stuck in vacation mode. Like it wasn't, there was stuff that was in the air a little bit, but we were kind of focused on what we were doing and staying busy and, having a good time. So it didn't come into play too much, I would say.
All right. Okay. That's fair.
Yeah. Which is good.
So obviously the Barcelona trip ended up with the VOD coming out. That came out in, was it 2000? I know it was released for free in 2019. Came out in 2018.
I think 18. I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
Um, and obviously you guys had Mark helping you out with showing you all the spots that hadn't been skated to death, which
Oh my God,
must have helped.
He just got lisp all over his like room is covered. He looks like an insane person, just covered in sticky notes and spots.
Looking
That's
like
his
Memento
wall.
in his bedroom. Yeah. Right. Cool.
That is
He
his
strikes me as the
wallpaper.
kind of person that he's like, I'm going to find every spot that exists in this city. Yeah. Because you've hung about with him before in the States, right?
I didn't actually. I don't think
That
we
was your
met.
first time hanging out with Mark.
Yeah, we had talked and like there was like Shima stuff, like
Yeah.
some stuff like this, like some Skype meetings and but yeah, I can't remember if maybe I was introduced to him at like like a Blade Cup or something like that, but I don't think we had I don't think other than maybe a video thing that we had ever met. Yeah. But he was friends with all the dudes I was friends with, and me and Mark got along. I mean, instantly, it was, yeah, which is kind of how it goes in skating sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah, not all the times, but sometimes, yeah. But you two,
No, yeah, true.
yeah, not all the time. Just because you have skates doesn't mean you're going to like the other
No,
person.
that is true. Yeah.
But you two do strike me as like two people that would be kind of like kindred spirits. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. We got along instantly. Yeah. Mark likes to joke around, and I constantly goof off. So, yep.
So you did the Europe trip. You went to Winter Clash as well, did you, or was it just AJ that
Yeah.
went? Yeah.
Yeah. I went to Winter Clash after. Yep.
And was those were the only places you visited in Europe before coming back,
Yeah.
or?
We just went to Spain, and then I went there. I went to Sweden. I can't remember what year that was. Maybe 2015 or 14. I went to Sweden and stayed with Zeb over there. There was a contest at Hangren, the skate park over there, and
Okay.
they had some money to fly some people out. And Zeb was doing. I think he was helping Shima with getting skates over there.
Right.
And so he had, he had contacted us like through like our Facebook thing and was like, "Yo, if anybody wants to come over, let me know." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll go there." And so I just went. Never met Zeb before, but just went over there and skated the contest and stayed with him for a couple weeks and skated around. And so that was my only previous trip to Europe before going to Spain and Amsterdam. And I went to Amsterdam and then Winter Clash. Yep.
Right. So the part came out. It was filmed all on the VX skates. Part was absolutely amazing, by the way. But then I was like, "What's?" You kind of confused the hell out of, I imagine, anyone that follows you, because they were like, "Oh, he's riding for Razors," and then you were putting out parts, so it was looking good for being on Razors because you're putting out content. And I was like, "Oh, he's jumped ship. He's on Vibrolux now. They've got the skate coming out." And then you were back on Razors, and I was like, "What the hell? Like, what is going on?" So talk me through that process to understand it better, because it is a little confusing.
Yeah. So like I was saying, I was just kind of looking for that same thing we had with Shima, and AJ kind of, it was just real last minute. Like we were kind of, he had hit me up. I think I had my passport. I think it was like 3 weeks before he was leaving to go on the Spain trip is when he asked me to go. And then he kind of just asked me like right after that, he's like, "Do you want to go? And do you need skates?" And then we were kind of just like, yeah, then it was like, kind of on from there. And that was like the official kind of like Fiberlux thing. And I just wanted to do that. And I thought we were going to go that route, and we were going to, we had talks about doing a skate and some other stuff after that. And like, so I was like, "Oh, let's do this. It's actually something I can work on." And it wasn't even anything against Razors at all. It was just, I just felt like I was taking up space a little bit over there. I felt like I could have more input with AJ and be working with just, closer friends, I guess, and then, what happened there with the them thing. And AJ was kind of, not done, but just a lot of the people from Vibrolux were doing other things. And he was, I think, kind of, he's been going for however long. So I think he was kind of just ready for a little bit of a break. And yeah, that's when I kind of, like I said, I didn't leave. Me and Razors had a good relationship. I don't know if I left in a bad fashion or if they had a bad feeling about how I left when I did for Vibrolux, but that's why I had got back on there. Got back on there is just because we had a good relationship, and I love Jeff and all the guys, and so I was like, yeah, this just made sense. If I'm going to be skating and be doing stuff, I might as well be just working with people I like. And
Yeah.
if it couldn't be somewhere I could have an input like Vibrolux, I'm going to work with razors.
Yeah, like from what you said, I can understand why, it would make AJ feel burnt out in that, because it's such a massive investment to get that many skates. And it did feel like Vibrolux was having a kind of resurgence, because obviously they were putting out the VOD series and there was products coming out regularly. And then, after that, it did feel like everything slowed down again. But you can understand why that would sap someone's
and skating,
enthusiasm.
I think even skating slowed down. Like things just kind of, we're just kind of at just settled a little bit for a few there. I feel like all over the place. I just felt like everything was kind of just boop, like, no, nothing really, them was kind of the newest, biggest thing. And then it was like, watching that kind of take off. And I think everyone was kind of feeling that same thing that AJ was, I feel like around that time, or at least people that I was around,
I'm kind of surprised that after everything stopped with Street, and then I would have thought you would have naturally maybe gone on to Dead Wheels or whatever. I'm surprised no other wheel brands, like there are like literally 100 wheel brands in blading right now. I feel like
I know.
a month cannot pass without someone launching a fucking wheel brand. And it's like, you're not a wheel brand. Or they launch it and they have two wheels. And I'm like, what? Okay, cool. That's like me saying, because we've got two long sleeves, that we're a clothing brand. It's just, it's bizarre. But I'm surprised no other company hit you up and were like, hey, Brian, do you want a pro wheel that's, poured by Undercover, but it's got our label on it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty surprised too. I think it's because everyone thinks I skate for Dead. I think that's like a huge thing. I think which, let's be on the record, I do not.
Right.
So
no, because
I definitely wanted to. I mean, that's not my choice, and I definitely wanted to, and I thought maybe things were heading that way, but I'm happy. I mean, they should be. I'm 33. They should be sponsoring people like Marius, and it shouldn't be investing in some old man over here. But
33 still young and bleeding.
Yeah,
that's, if anything, you're like below the average age.
I'm thinking so, man. I feel like I feel younger every day, man. I'll say that. I just think that people think I skate for Dead. I think that's one of the biggest things. So hopefully this maybe clears the air a little bit.
So at the end of this, we put Brian Weis, free agent. Contact him here.
Looking,
Right. Just put the two eyes emoji next to it. Right. Cool. But then since that part came out, apart from like Instagram footage, there's been nothing else. So you mentioned like at the start of the conversation saying projects that fell through. Does that mean you had video things you were working on that didn't pan out? Or
we were I had a few kind of just loose things I was gonna go film, some stuff with Joey and Maddie. I'm hoping to, and then a big thing recently was COVID, but I'm hoping to this next year, I'm hoping to kind of rekindle some of these things. I want to put out some more stuff, and I kind of was looking back and realizing too, like, I kind of haven't really been my usual self, I guess, with skating in the last couple of years. And a little bit of that is just like, figuring out, motivation and working on projects with people. And I've also just been trying to have a little bit more fun with skating too. Just, I've been going for a while, and I've just kind of been enjoying not, just having fun with it, like not thinking about anything when I go out, and just whatever's there, skate, have fun with it. And just kind of enjoying that part of skating right now. But I got a list, and I want to get to it this year. And I got one big project I want to work on, and I'm actually going to message that guy after this and see if he's still.
I'm surprised by that, because you've always struck me as and Ant confirmed it as well, like a very motivated, creative person. So it doesn't, you don't seem to me like the kind of person that just sits back and goes, if a section comes about, it comes like you strike me as the kind of person
I've been enjoying that, which I'm not like that. And I've been enjoying that, but I'll tell you that I'm a spirited person. So I feel like if I can get deflated pretty easily. And I think that's what kind of happened these past few years. A lot of stuff just kind of went badly. And then I was kind of just afraid to like keep pushing in that direction, have things keep going that way, but I'm kind of over it. And yeah, I just skating with Luke and them and recently and even stuff like this, like kind of engaging more with people and not separating myself so much with, not posting anything. Yeah, I'm looking to kind of get back and make some things this year. I got a couple of plans and a couple of old things that I, hopefully can rekindle and bring to life this year. And hopefully COVID, some travel stuff, relaxes a little bit. We can get out there a little more too. Cause that's, I don't really have anyone that films kind of other than me and Luke and stuff, like I don't really have anyone that is like a videographer, and I'm kind of looking to do some more of that, like looking back, a lot of it is just edits and tricks and, and I really want to just kind of start making some more projects, I think, and working with, other talented people and traveling a little bit more and doing all that.
So am I going to be able to guess the name of the person that you want to contact to work on a project with? Because my first guess is going to be Torres.
Ding, ding, ding.
I'm really good at this game. Hey, that's fair. Right, okay.
Yeah.
I definitely think
he got busy with work and all of them stuff. Obviously, it was incredible work. So he was doing that. We were going to film one after Sean came there. We were going to get together, and then I had a bunch of stuff happen throughout the last about year and a half or so. So yeah, I'm going to shoot him a message after this, and I would love to get it done this summer, hopefully, man.
Because you both got a very similar eye for spots as well. Like you both like the weird kind of like conventional tricks aren't going to work in this. You're going to have to, combine stuff or think outside the box. So I definitely think.
And that's why we've waited, I think too. And as we've always made the call that we want to make it awesome, and don't just want to like do it just to do it. So, let's make sure we're both kind of on the same page and ready to do it. And I'm hoping that this is the year. All so right. We'll see what he thinks.
I'll randomly message him once in a while, and I'm like, Mike, it's been a while. Like, I know you put out the them stuff, but you've been a little bit quiet. And he's like, man, like COVID, leave me alone. And I'm like, I don't really see that as an excuse. Like, you live in New York City, take advantage of this empty city that you had. And then I think obviously his ankle's messed up as well. But yeah, I'll just send him like little teasing messages, and then 9 times out of 10 he just ignores the message. He's like, I'm not responding to that.
Hey, you got to poke the bear once in a while.
So are you still, you said you're still working freelance. Are you still pursuing photography or yeah?
Yeah.
Because you've also been quiet on that. Like we used to get the Instagram updates, seeing like stuff that you'd taken recently, and now you're not even it's like you've gone dark on us.
I have, man. I've just been trying to figure out why I'm doing, some of the stuff. Yeah. Like why I'm posting everything, like where's the next place I'm going to take, like how much am I don't know. Just seems like the wheels were spinning with a lot of creative stuff and all that. But I've been working on my website and I've been working on some new stuff. And yeah, I want to start getting back out there and just kind of just showing people what I've been doing. I don't think I have to think of social media as social media. I think I can just share what I do and what I love to do and not really think too much about it. And so, yeah, I'm trying to get those wheels turning. But yeah, I do freelance photography stuff. I do commercial stuff. I've been working with.
Has that been affected a lot by what's happened this year?
Yeah. I had like a few projects shut down right when COVID happened, and they, you usually get paid half up front, half when you're done, type of thing. And well, the half done was just sitting out there for months and months and months. So I was kind of, it was a little rough there for a minute, but I do that, and then I do some web design and app design stuff with a friend. I do like the UI work. He's a developer, and we've been working on and off together for the last few years. And so, yeah, he hits me up and we work on some projects together. And yep. So that's kind of where the money comes from and keeps me, I just work at home, and yeah, everything's pretty loose and allows me to kind of, every piece allows me to do the other, when I want and how I want. So yeah, but it's the design work has been good through COVID. Like I've still been able to get some of that stuff. So that's kind of been that, and obviously unemployment been keeping me afloat through all this, but it's been getting back going here recently. So.
All right. Okay. I can't even like, has there been any difference since the election? Like, has it felt weirder out there? I guess
It's
because
been
you live
weirdly
outside the
quiet.
city as well, so because you don't live in Detroit.
I live in Detroit. Yeah.
Oh, you do. I had it in
Yeah.
my head that you lived like in a suburb or something for some reason. Maybe
I,
that's
I
the
did
last
for
time we spoke.
probably when we've been talking. I've lived a little, like, kind of all over. I lived right outside of the city, so 8 miles, like a border of Detroit and the suburbs, and I lived like just on the north side of 8 Mile for a little while.
Right.
But yeah, I've been living in Hamtramck, I lived in Hamtramck, which is a small city in Detroit, and I lived there for a little while, and now I'm actually in Detroit. So I got a place here, and probably be here for a little while. So
All right. Okay.
yeah.
Um, and I've seen that AJ's been teasing new Vibrolix products, but he's not telling anyone what's
Oh
going
yeah,
on there.
I filmed. Oh, there's something. I mean, it's not like the biggest project, but I went out and filmed some stuff with some new gear he's got. But I was going out to film something anyway, so I just obviously put the stuff on. But I shot this 16 millimeter project with a couple of friends. So hopefully that should be coming to light here in the next few weeks. Yeah, pretty happy about it. It should be pretty cool.
What do you mean you were going out to film something? What were you going out to film, Brian? That's
We're just the 16 millimeter thing. We were just going out to,
no.
we
You
just got
said
a
you said
motorcycle
something
and
else.
off the road.
You slept. You let you let other words out there. You're like, I'm not gracing that with a response. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. Intrigue makes the world go round.
Yeah, we gotta let it a little mystery, you know.
Right, cool. All right, I'll let that one go. But you do realize you screwed yourself over there because you said it. I didn't. Like, you went, I'm filming something else. Oh, I didn't
No. You're gonna see it. It's what we were filming.
Right,
You'll see it.
All right, okay.
It's what. Oh, okay, it's what we were filming. I was just gonna go out and film this project with these dudes anyway, and AJ was like, "Hey, I got these shirts," so I just kind of merged the two a little bit and shot a little bit with the new stuff, and then we went out and shot kind of our own thing too. So yeah, it should be coming in, I think, a few weeks. Just waiting on film. So.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, because it kind of seemed like just all the focus had went on to Dead, and they were just dealing with that. But it's good that Vibrolux are going again.
Yeah.
So that means that's at least two things we can look forward to hopefully seeing you in.
Yeah. And then hopefully a third one. Hint at Mike over there. Hopefully we'll have that third one going. Hopefully spring allows us to do that. And then, yeah, I want to get to work on some other stuff too. So I was thinking about Ant too. You know, I know he's been busy with that other video, and then we were supposed to maybe do something too. Yeah, so we should. I think rekindle all these things. I need to make some stuff this year, man.
I think he's inspired again. I think he's ready to. You know, he's been tentative about it, but when I spoke to him last year, he was like, "I'm fucking done." He's like, "Once this video's out, it's over." And now that the video's out, he's like, he's like, "I've got a taste for it again." You know.
Yeah.
So,
I think I talked to him when we talked, and he was like, kind of on the same page. He's like, "Man, this video," and it's good to hear because I would be good to make round two with him, man. I liked working with him. It was fun.
I mean, after what they made, I don't know how you couldn't be hyped on that, because that's the kind of video that you will just watch over and over. Like, it's, what they made is great. So, and they've got a strong scene out there. So it just seems like a waste not to document it.
For sure. Yeah, they're lucky to have him there. But yeah, there's so many dudes out there. And
it's weird. It's like they've got a sponsored team. They've got an unsponsored, like, sponsored team. Like that could be a brand in itself.
Like just make a company so that I mean, get one of those bill companies. Get one of those bill companies. Well, sponsor the whole crew.
Candy was meant to be a wheel brand, so they've already got the basis for it. They've got the name, they've got the team, and they've got the story behind it because it was Keaton's vision. So they've got a better idea for a brand than a lot of brands that currently exist.
Cheers on that one.
But yeah, I'm not gonna go into detail about that. But so that's exciting, like that you've got stuff coming out, because I was worried, apart from, you putting stuff online once in a while, I was like, is this his way of quietly disappearing into the sunset? What's going on?
See, no, it's just the social media, which is funny. Yeah, kind of it, just not posting anything makes people think you don't skate at all, which is funny. Yeah, and then I didn't like that. And then if you know me, you know how I'll get I'll just get stubborn about it. And if I'm like, oh yeah, see, I'm only posting stuff because of this, and then I just won't do it at all, and that's kind of where I've been at with it. But I need to get, use it for good and kind of get back out there. And like I said, just need to be showing people what I'm doing is, it doesn't have to be like anything special, but yeah, I'd like to work on some more stuff though. None of this clip, short little clip kind of thing. I'd like to work on some projects,
I hear
I
you.
want to look back and watch something, and like a finished piece, like I want to have that for later on,
So you said that the one that you guys have been making locally, you're editing it, as in
I'm going to edit it.
Okay.
Fingers crossed. I know what I'm doing.
I don't know.
But,
you
yeah,
strike me as someone that would have quite a strong idea of how you want it to look. So I think that could be really interesting.
Well, we need to tell those other dudes that, because I'm always that person that takes me forever, and they're like, come on, whip this up. And I'm like, wait, you don't understand. It's like, gotta look how it is in my head, and I think I got it now. So it should be coming out hopefully soon here. I've been working on it for a little while, but yeah, we're excited about it. And I'm excited that those dudes were skating. They skated hard, and yeah, we all filmed. It was just super cohesive, man. Like we all had a good time and wanted to do it. And and kind of back to the friends thing, jumping in a car, let's go film, skate all day kind of thing. And it just did that. And I needed that. And I think that kind of rekindled my, my love for skating again, which was good. So shout out to those dudes.
Plus, Luke Naylor's one of these people that you don't see enough of. Like, I think the last full thing I saw of him was maybe his sick urethane thing, or I think he maybe had one section out after that. So he's one of those guys that you see at events and he skates incredibly well. And then you see the random like clips going online and you're like, oh, like it'd be amazing if he dropped a part again. But he doesn't release many like full street sections. So yeah.
I hope he gets I've been telling him, I want him to go film. Yeah, he should go work on something with someone, I hope, like, his stuff in this video is great. Like, I can't wait for people to see that. But then even after this, like, I was telling him, like, you should go work with someone, because it would be nice to see him like put out like something like that,
Put himself out more, whore himself about a bit. Yeah,
right. The stuff that I was just talking about not doing. And then I'm telling him to go do it.
Yeah, you're like, you need to go and massage the egos of some filmers and see if you can get in there. And yeah, right, okay. Well, I'm very excited to hear you've got new stuff coming out, and I will happily do anything to assist with making any of those projects come to light that you are hinting at, whether it's my aunt or Mike. And good to speak to you, man. I'm glad you're doing well.
Yeah, it's good to talk, man. I appreciate it, and appreciate all the help over the years too. And let's do the second one. So you need to poke Ant. Just give him a little.
I think we can work. I think if we attack him from both sides, we can work on him. I think that's quite easy.
Sounds like we got some work to do after we hang.
I can bribe him. Yeah. Well, in that case, I'll let you go. And it was nice speaking to you. Keep in touch.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You too, brother. Have a good one.
Speak soon. Bye.
Cheers.